If you've ever felt the whole world just spin out of control, you know exactly how disorienting and, let's be honest, terrifying vertigo can be. So today we're going to dive into what's really happening when that dizziness hits, and more importantly, we're going to uncover the clear, science-backed path to finally get your balance and your life back.
So let's just start with a really direct question, because this isn't some abstract topic, right? For so many of you, this is personal. How is this feeling, this dizziness, actually changing your day-to-day life? Are you making those tiny little adjustments you barely even notice anymore? Because believe me, those little adjustments, they really add up.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Living with vertigo is so much more than just those moments when the room is spinning. It's everything in between. It's that constant low-level worry in the back of your mind and all the little changes you feel forced to make. This quote, "Inch by inch, day by day," just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures that slow, creeping way vertigo can make your world smaller. You know, it's not like a door slamming shut all at once. It's more like it's slowly closing, and you start giving up these little pieces of your life almost without even noticing. And this is what that actually looks like. It starts to call the shots. Maybe you stop rolling over to your left side in bed. You catch yourself not turning your head too quickly. You pass on that hike with friends, or you say no to an invitation to go out. You know, each one feels like just a small thing in the moment, but they stack up, and they can fundamentally change how safe you feel and, frankly, how much you enjoy your own life. Okay, so we've talked about the feeling, the frustration of it all. But look, to really fight back, you've got to understand your opponent. So, what is actually going on inside your body when this happens? All right, first things first, and this is a big one. Vertigo isn't a disease, it's not a condition, it's just a word to describe what you feel. It's a very specific symptom, a type of dizziness where your brain is getting a false sense of motion. And that might be spinning, sure, but it can also feel like you're rocking on a boat or swaying or even that you're falling. And this right here, this is probably the single most important mindset shift you can make. It is so easy to think, oh, I have vertigo. But the reality is, vertigo is just the symptom. It's the alarm bell telling you that something else is going on underneath. And this is so crucial because you can't really treat an alarm bell, right? You have to find the fire. Which, of course, brings us to our next step. We have to play detective. If that spinning sensation is the clue, then we need to find the culprit. What's the root cause? Well, the list of potential suspects is surprisingly broad. It could be something going on in your inner ear or with the nerve that connects your ear to your brain, or even something within the brain itself. And get this, certain heart conditions can even be the trigger. This is exactly why getting a real assessment is non-negotiable. The treatment for an inner ear problem is worlds away from how you'd manage a heart condition. So let's zoom in on the most common culprit of all, especially when it comes to that inner ear stuff. It's a condition with a very long, kind of scary-sounding name, but I promise the explanation is surprisingly simple. It's called BPV. Let me ask you this. Does this sound familiar? You're in bed, you roll over to check your phone or turn off the alarm, and bam, the whole room just takes off for a few seconds. It's intense, it's scary, and then it's gone. If you're nodding your head right now, you have very likely met the classic sign of BPV. So what the heck is going on? Well, at its core, it's just a mechanical issue. Think of it like this. Inside your inner ear, you've got these teeny tiny little crystals that are supposed to be stuck in one spot. But with BPPV, some of them break loose and wander into canals where they just don't belong. So now, every time you move your head in a certain way, those loose crystals swish around, sending a chaotic, false, "we are spinning" signal to your brain. And your brain, well, it believes it. Boom, vertigo. Now, you might be thinking, well, can I just wait for it to go away on its own? And yeah, you could, but the data shows it's basically a coin toss. Look at this. After 3 months of doing nothing, a full 50% of people are still suffering. Waiting it out is really just gambling with weeks or even months of your life. Okay, so what about medication? It's a really common question, but here's the honest truth. Pills might turn down the volume on the dizziness a bit, but they do absolutely nothing to fix the problem itself. Those crystals are still in the wrong place. Medication is just a mask. It's not a solution for a mechanical problem like this.
So if waiting is a gamble and medication is just a mask, what's the actual answer? Well, this is the good part. This is the hopeful part. Let's talk about how you can actually get back on your feet.
The real path forward isn't found in any of these things. It's not about magic. It's not about just hoping for the best. And as we've just seen, it's definitely not about pills. No, it's about a direct, targeted approach. Instead, the solution is rooted in one simple, powerful thing: just good science. It's about understanding the mechanics of what's going on and then using that knowledge to physically correct the problem. And that science is something called vestibular physiotherapy. For that BPD problem, we're talking about specific head maneuvers designed to literally guide those stray crystals out of the wrong canal and back home where they belong. For other inner ear issues, it might be a custom exercise program that retrains your brain, your eyes, and your balance system to all work together again. So, how well does this science work? How about this for a number? For BPP, the simplest and most common form, the success rate is over 90%. Over 90, often in just a few short sessions. I mean, think about that for a second. That's not just a statistic, that is a massive beacon of hope. It means relief isn't just possible, it's actually probable. So let's end right back where we started, with a question for you. I want you to really think about this. Right now, in your own life, do you feel like you're winning this battle against dizziness, or do you feel like you're losing it, inch by inch? Because knowing that these incredibly effective, science-based solutions exist, well, maybe it's time to change the direction of that fight.